See?
what you guys were saying. You do that well, but
Exactly.
from pushover.
Yep, I'm both.
But that doesn't make you effeminate. You have a girlish personality, either.
Elise!
A normal personality. Majority of women don't play games. Right off
I know
the
a
bat.
lot of gamer girls.
A lot more uncommon than you think. Now, if you were into crocheting, maybe I'd say, okay, you're a little bit more feminine. So far as of yet, I haven't heard anything that would give me a particular indication that you're feminine. You're just a pushover, that's all it is. So you avoid conflict. That's not necessarily a girly thing. In fact, a lot of intelligent people tend to shy away from violence. That doesn't make them feminine in any way.
Where is Monsieur Lafreniere?
He's dead.
That's just your personality due to your experience.
No way past this one.
I'd rather not have that conversation.
Oh yeah, I guess that would kind of okay. No, yeah, I can understand that. Okay. I tend to look at things so objectively that I'm not always realizing the implications that it could mean with Kayla, because I know you still pine over her.
What?
What's wrong?
I'm not sure how to get out of here.
She's been my friend since high school, man.
I didn't say it was an issue, I'm just saying, you know, that's
I'm
being
confused.
honest. Alright, Kayla hasn't told you that
Where do we go?
everything that everybody says in the chat, I analyze.
And I'm the ditzy one.
You analyze things very thoroughly, I'll tell you that.
Oh, I do. Do I not, Kayla?
Oh yes, he does.
This is why Mike is so careful with what he says around me. I'm telling you what, like, people don't think I pay attention, but I could probably write bios on all my friends and I pay attention to that kind of stuff. I just have an analytical mind.
Just admit it. You're lost.
And you'd be surprised how accurate I can be on very little information. It's all in how you say things and what you say. You know? All the conversations we have, you know, could reveal any number of details about an individual. What they like, what they dislike, the bias they may have, the worldview they may have. What it reveals details on their personality. They don't realize that they're giving these details away when they speak, because they're not really completely aware of it. In fact, I'm not either. Okay, I'll turn the light on. So, yeah, everything you say can reveal, and it's really hard, and then, you know, to actually hide your true personality.
Where do we go?
Especially if people have multiple encounters with you online.
Damn it.
The only way to throw them off is, you know, is if you can manage to change it up constantly, where you don't show any kind of pattern. But that's really hard to do. Because even chaotic, evil people do show patterns of behavior. Because they gravitate towards a way of thinking and a way of acting. It's not just forensic evidence that we base it off of. You know, I mean, all these things can reveal much about a person. You know? Whether they're funny or smart, outgoing or shy or any number of things, you know what I mean, that you can gather. But usually traits like that require talking to them multiple times. You know? You can't get, of course, you know, a complete bio on somebody, you know, in 10 minutes of talking to somebody over the internet.
How do I get out of here?
Because that requires more of a pattern of behavior. So, I guess what the point it comes to is that I pay attention and I'm very analytical.
Where do we go?
Keep that in mind. Not that I'm going to go and say, you know, any number of things to any number of people. What you say in here I don't speak to nobody else. Especially if you don't want me to. I respect your rights to privacy. Just as I would Kayla. And I would never release Kayla or your information assuming I have any of it. You know what I mean? Am I right, Kayla? Remember with Paul? Me and Paul got into it because I told him I won't reveal any information that I have.
I remember that.
Unless I have specific permission from the person to say certain things. I don't reveal stuff about that because you can become a target, and that's not right.
I'm already a target.
That becomes my ethical responsibility to not say something. Especially if it's personal.
Just admit it. You're lost.
So you know what? If you're self-conscious about being feminine, I don't say that to nobody else, and I certainly won't. I avoid making those kind of jokes. I avoid targeting you in that way. I mean, you can kind of. I mean, I understand like when you get to know somebody well, you can joke a little bit. There's room for that. But I don't know you well enough
In the bedroom.
to just openly do that to you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Therefore,
Yeah, I know
I
what
have
you
enough
mean.
respect for you to not do that. Because you know what? I'm an ethical humanist. And I have standards and morals. Thus, my actions
Just admit
need to
it.
reflect
You're
that.
lost.
Simply put. But with Ryan's just a different story, man. I can tear into him when he says something stupid just like he can do to me. And he does. There are times where he makes me feel like a complete jerk.
Just admit it.
You know?
You're lost.
It happens. I'm not perfect, and I'm not all-knowing. And I can be wrong on all number of manner of things, you know? You know? So...
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? I try to be honest enough that if I can, you know, if I'm proven wrong and I can acknowledge that I'm wrong and I can apologize to the person or say, hey, you were right on this particular thing, you know, because that's the only way to have a correct worldview of the world.
Stop playing fucking games.
So
Just admit it. You're lost.
I am lost.
you have to be able to adapt. Oh man, this is gonna go. I don't know if this went bad already.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Just trying to do a certain mission here
And
because
I
I'm solo
ruined that
level.
$6 freaking. Ah man. That makes me upset because I just spent like $6 on that cord. And I somehow ruined it. I don't know what the heck I did.
Too many of
It
them.
looked like anything was
We'll have to work together. Take them out quietly.
weird.
There's a big group coming up.
Damn, she's fast.
I mean, you know, 'cause, you know, I worry about being caught in a lie. I do. Because as soon as I make an open statement like that and I just flat out lie, how can you trust anything else I say? Not that I don't lie or I haven't manipulated situations, I'm just saying, you know, when you make a habit of that, you can't be trusted. That's all. So I try to be as open and honest as I can be in
Welcome
those
back,
situations.
Ryan.
Yeah, hey, how's that? Is that the game? Are you playing that game that you bought the other day that you said was pretty good?
The Mayhem one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kinda wish it was multiplayer, that would make this game better. Eh.
Yeah, you know, it
mean,
usually does.
It was only $9, so, hell. Should be June 22nd.
That'll be fun.
They can't have gone far. Find them!
Go on. I'll distract them. Trust me.
But that's what it says. But the thing is, it's not on the PSN yet for pre-order, so it might be later than that.
Yeah, it's possible, but sometimes they do it last minute.
That is true.
Sometimes they'll do it as soon as, like, possibly 2 days before it releases.
It depends on how in demand the game is.
Right. Some actually don't have a pre-release at all on the network.
That's
But
true.
you'd think they would, though, because they'd make more money off a bundle, wouldn't they?
They would.
Right, like if they say they add like a mech piece or maybe like a